Moving on to event 511, women's 200 metres breaststroke. This will go in 4 heats again. And we have 4 starters for the first heat. That's those guys in the water. In lane 3 for Burnt Island, that's Catherine Comrie. In 4 for Gala, Sarah Frizzell. In 5 for Hearts, that's Beth Gill. And in 6 for Mogambiers-Den, that's Emma Williams. So off to a strong start in 4. Sarah Frizzell from Gala. She is really pushing on well through these early stages. 4th in the national age groups, that's where she posted her entry time, and silver medalist in these age groups. 36.41 at the 50 mark, and she's pushing on nicely. Second place over in 6 at the moment is Emma Williams from Mogambiers-Den, and right beside her Beth Gill from Hearts, coming through strongly in this 50 at the moment, not far off the pace. Just behind the Burnt Island's Catherine Comrie, but it's the Gala girl in 4 who is setting the early pace here, and they're all chasing her down the pool. They have 100 metres to do something about this, as she takes a turn in 1:20.01.
So Sarah looking to continue the success she's had in breaststroke this weekend. Already East District Junior Champion in both the 50 and the 100, so we'd love to add the 200 to that. Of course, coached by Lauren Jocelyn, who was very much a 200 breaststroke specialist herself, swimming as the name Lauren Greenshields. Also from the borders when she swam for Peebles. Sarah swimming just across the way in Gala, and is still holding Beth Gill and Emma Williams, who are well matched side by side in lanes 5 and 6. 2:04.40 for Sarah, so around 44 second pacing. Will be around 2:48, 2:47 her entry time, that national age group time that David mentioned. Still the race very much on for second. Emma Williams entered 2:50, Beth slightly faster 2:47, but there's going to be nothing in it between those two at the end here. They're not going to catch Sarah though. You can see her lead is increasing now up to 6-7 meters, and so she's going hard down this final length. It looks like maybe Beth Gill just sneaking ahead of Emma, although that's going to go all the way, I think. So Sarah coming in, a nice swim, 2:46.96, really strong last 50. Now who gets second? It is Beth Gill, 2:52.31 from Emma Williams, 2:52.68. So 2:46.96, 4/10 improvement for Sarah. So good job there. And of course no tapering for this one, as she probably did for national age groups, so I think we'll be pleased with that one.
So moving on to the second heat. Looks like we have a full pool again. In fact, I think we've got an empty lane in 8, to be honest. Yep, no swimming in lane 8, so the starting lineup is Zara Milton in 1 for Edinburgh University, Ellie O'Reilly for Hearts in 2, Lauren Rossell-Smith from University of Stirling in 3, Cara Hanlon from Edinburgh University in 4, Emma Chittleborough from Warrender in 5, Katie Lynch from Belsall Sharks in 6, Shannon Patterson from Surrey West Lothian in 7. As I mentioned, an empty lane in 8. Lane 4, as you would rather expect, Cara Hanlon first to show here, Edinburgh University. Takes that 50 split in 35.28. That will be the mark for the subsequent 2 heats. And Cara Hanlon really pushing on strongly here. Second in the British University Games, silver medalist, and 7th in the Edinburgh International back here in March, I think it was. Duncan mentioned that earlier on. And she is pushing on really nicely, going with her, well, just behind her in Lane 3 is Lauren Russell-Smith from University of Stirling, who's going to touch second at the halfway mark, some couple of seconds behind her leader Cara Hanlon, 1:15.08.
So it's Edinburgh Stirling 1 and 2. It's probably the dominant senior programs in Scotland at the moment. Be interesting over the next few years how that changes with the new appointments in Aberdeen, and also I think Ian Wright will have ambitions to bring the City of Glasgow program up to that standard. So it'd be great if we did have 4 strong senior programs to compare with the, I suppose, the 2 that we have at the moment. But the breaststroke women are mainly in Edinburgh, and one of them, Cara Hanlon, 1:56.59 and a 41.5 split there, so we should be just under the 2:40 mark here. 2:30 entry time, so again I think there's going to be plenty left in the tank for Cara. Second is going to be Lauren Russell-Smith, her entry time 2:38, so she won't be too far away from that. And then lane 5, Emma Chittleborough, the Warrender swimmer, who has got Katie Lynch not far behind her, but should hold on to 3rd place. But Cara Hanlon comfortable through this, and I think there will be more to come from Cara tonight. 2:38.55. Second was Lauren, 2:41.05, and Emma Chittleborough did hold off Katie Lynch to take third, 2:42.79.
So next heat, just getting themselves set up. That's the final order on the screen there. Cara Hanlon 2:38.55. Lauren Russell-Smith and Emma Chittleborough just behind them. There's going to be interesting races coming up with Hannah Miley going in this heat. We've got Catherine Johnson, Chanel Snedden, all Adams in the following heat along. And we've also got Lauren Sutherland from Edinburgh University going in this heat. So the running order for heat 3 is Jennifer King from East Kilbride in 1, Zoe McDonald from Mulgine-Bearsden in 2, Lauren Sutherland from Edinburgh University in 3, in 4 Hannah Miley from Geary, in 5 Edinburgh University's Hayley Monteith, in 6 for first Anya Reid, in 7 for City of Glasgow Kitty Chan, and in 8 Stirling's Anna Pollock. 36.21 for Hannah Miley at the 50 mark, just about a second slower than the previous heat from Cara. Early on in this race, she's got quite a lot of company round about her. Lauren Sutherland and Hayley Monteith, the Edinburgh University pair, right beside the leader at the moment. Also going well in 2 is Zoe McDonald from Mulgine-Bearsden, but at the halfway mark it's going to be Geary's Hannah Miley, who will post a time of 1:16.51 at the front of the field, 1:16.51, which is about half a second faster than Hayley Monteith in second.
So Hannah Miley, of course we think of her now very much as an individual medley swimmer, but there was a time when she was ranked number 1 on 200 breaststroke in Britain, and she's still right up there because she was a finalist in the British Championships in this event. So you would expect her to strengthen as this race progresses. She's pacing behind Cara Hanlon at the 100. We'll just get a revised snapshot on that at the 150, 156.72. So she's now just about on terms on pacing with Cara, and we'll see how fast she pushes this in the final 50. Hayley Monteith is going very nicely in lane 5, another member of that Edinburgh University group of breaststrokers. Of course, Hayley also a pretty strong middle distance freestyler. And in lane 3, also Edinburgh University, Lauren Sutherland, one of the younger swimmers in the Edinburgh University program, also a strong breaststroker. So they're going to be 1, 2 and 3, with Hannah Miley bringing them in about 3-4 meters clear now, and comes in 2:36.57. So really pushed it on in that last 50 and ended up as a result of that 2 seconds faster than Cara Hanlon from the previous heat. Second was Hayley Monteith, and third Lauren Sutherland. There are the swimmers just Resting back, checking out the scoreboard. Well, what do we do? See the final swimmer coming in there, lane 7. Kitty Chan, a youngster from City of Glasgow, just 13 this year. And there's confirmation of the result. 2:36.57 for Hannah Miley, Hayley Menteith, Lawrence Sutherland second and third.
So on to the final heat of the women's 200 metres breaststroke, and in lane 1 for University of Stirling we have Eve Thompson. City Glasgow's Katie McKenzie goes in 2, Chanel Snedden from first in 3, Catherine Johnston from Edinburgh University in 4, and she's first to show there. In lane 5, Orla Adams from Gaiety in going with Catherine Johnston. In 6 we've got Lucy Ross from East Kilbride, Francesca Christopherson from Edinburgh University in 7, and Ren 96 is Connie Mackay in 8. So another couple of Edinburgh University women breaststrokers in the fastest heat here. That's Catherine Johnson and Francesca Christopherson. Catherine Johnson held the final leg of the women's 4x100 metres freestyle relay team yesterday for Edinburgh University. Just didn't quite manage to hold on, make that Scottish club record time. Fantastic relay swim though to watch. It was an absolute exhibition of how to do it. She's certainly shown the competition strong. First 100 in this 200 metres breaststroke here, posting a time of 1:15:36.
Yep, good solid first half from Catherine. See how she pushes it on in the second half. Of course, a very experienced breaststroker. Commonwealth Games. She's been a regular participant for Scotland the last couple of Commonwealth Games in breaststroke events. Never quite sure what her best distance is. Very good sprinter, but showing her form in this 200 as well. As you see them coming up, nice shots there as they come towards the 150 turn, and you can see she's still got around a body length advantage over Orla Adams. 157.09. At the moment that's behind both the previous 2 heats by a second or so, or less than a second in fact. Orla Adams is staying right with Catherine Johnson. Orla continuing a very solid season. She had a really good 200 breaststroke at National Age Groups, winning that pretty comfortably. In fact, beating Hannah Miley, I think, in that one from memory. So we'll see whether she can really progress here. In fact, second in that one. I think she was in the end just behind Hannah Miley, and really pushing Catherine all the way there at the end. But Catherine did take it 2:39.17. Both of them, I'm sure, will be a finalist tonight. 2:39.47 for Orla, and Lucy Ross taking third ahead of Chanel Snedden. 2:42.61. Summary just coming up now, or not, as the case may be. There it is.